We've got Rajita Kulkarni, who's a 26/11 survivor and former director of the National Security Council Secretariat, Dr. Tara Kartha, joining us. Thank you so much for joining us. Ms. Kulkarni, to you first. As someone who's lived through the horrors of 26/11, how do you feel about the extradition of Tahavvur Rana? Does it bring a sense of closure, or is it more about ensuring that justice is served?
Yes, thank you, Parmeshwarji, for having me on your panel today. And I must compliment you for a really excellent summary that your colleagues did in the last 10-15 minutes, covering different aspects of the critical importance of this extradition. I think this announcement of the extradition and the fact that Rana is going to land in India in a few hours is a very, very extraordinary achievement by our government. We have been at it in a very focused and strategic manner. It has taken 17 years, but we have reached this milestone today. And I think a big thanks are owed to Prime Minister Modi ji, to Jaishankar ji, to the Supreme Court of the United States, and of course to President Trump for ensuring that we all see this day today, not just for me personally or for the city of Mumbai. I think for our whole country, it's a deeply personal moment. It's a deeply personal milestone because the sovereignty of our nation was attacked when these terror attacks happened. In fact, Parmeshwarji, some of the shots that you are showing on your screens are, one of them has me and my husband, Mr. Ajay Bagga, also running outside the Taj, trying to save our lives. I'm in a red dress, and to see this alive all over again brings back a flood of emotions. So I think this is a big step in the rung to justice, and for all the martyrs, all the victims, all those who sacrificed their lives, all survivors, families, and I think for the whole country, this is a huge day today. And I think what we need to do as a country is to ensure that we take these hard stands. We are not a pushover country. We are a top 5 economy of the world today. We will be a top 3 economy of the world. We are not a nobody. And we need to show the strength which we are showing. And I think it is a big milestone moment. It is deeply personal, of course, but I think for the nation, it is a big day.
Ma'am, for you as someone who's lived through the traumatic events of 26/11, along with your husband as well, what is the ultimate hope you have from this extradition of people like Tahavvur Rana? Is it simply justice, or is there something more that you seek for yourself and others who survived?
You know, Parmeshwarji, in those few years, even prior to these terrorist attacks, the city of Mumbai saw a number of terror activities. And it is, of course, this last decade that we have seen a much more safer and secure India. Yes. So I think it is at 2 levels. One is this incident itself. It was not by no measure was it a small incident. You are showing the pictures of some of the service people who lost their lives, policemen, army personnel, NSG commandos, fire people. You know, I lived in the neighborhood, Parmeshwarji, in that time, and some of the fire people who were regularly coming to our housing societies, I know some of them lost their lives. So this was a very big national attack. So I think it is at 2 levels. One is definitely justice has to be served for this incident, and then whatever will be the investigation and what we will extract out of the information that is available, past, present, and future, how we can use that to ensure that we protect our nation from any such future incidents. I think it will work at both. It should work at both these levels.
Indeed. Ms. Kulkarni, so while we have discussed that the courts are focused on the legal aspects of Tahavvur Rana's extradition, as a survivor, how do you view the emotional and psychological aspects of such long-drawn legal battles?
Yeah. You know, Parmeshwarji, this is the fact that we have reached this milestone, I think shows, like Tara ma'am said, that our efforts have been formidable in these years. You know, we see the news of the result, but what goes behind as efforts consistently, persistently. We don't see that because that is never shared. So I think today is a day of gratitude. Today is a cathartic day. Definitely for Mumbai, it's a day of catharsis. I can say that. That weekend, it was a 3-day terror attack, 3.5 days. To have a city like Mumbai siege for 3.5 days is not a small matter. But this is the spirit of our city. It is the spirit of our nation. We are resilient. We have bounced back, and how. So I think it is a big catharsis for everybody. I personally know so many families. We lost friends, business associates. There were so many people who unfortunately survived but were kind of debilitated for life. So the stories are hundreds of stories. We
Absolutely.
normally talk of how many people lost their lives, but there are hundreds of stories of those who survived, how their lives changed and how they were impacted. So I think it is a cathartic day. It is a day of gratitude.
Right, ma'am. And as we wrap, what does justice look like to you personally beyond the courtroom?
Parmeshwarji, I'm a deeply spiritual person. I, at a very subtle level, deep level, believe in the theory of karma. So I have deep faith in my heart that karma is served now, little later, or even little later. So that is my own personal belief. But as an Indian, I feel proud today that I am safe and secure, and my country, my government, and everybody at the helm is deeply concerned about the safety and security of all of us and as Indians, and have helped us see this day. So for me, it is a deeply personal belief that justice will be served in one way or the other. I'm an art of living teacher. I meditate. And, Puja Gurudev Shri Shri Ravi Shankar ji always says that, life is long, and it will show us what we need to see. So that is my belief for sure.